Good morning, kids, and welcome back to I Love Learning with Miss Leah. And today I'm going to do a continuation of what we did yesterday with the math activity. What I wanted to bring to your attention with that math activity was getting you to understand the words more or greater by playing the card game. Remember, if you have cards or if you don't, you can make your own cards. So you played with a friend or with your parents. 3 people, 4 people could play. The first person turns over their card. Their card is a 10. You pick your card. Your card is a 4. So you decide which number is greater, which number is more, 10 or 4. Now also, before you answer that, if you don't know the number that you turned over, what you can do is count the shape that you see on the card. When you count the shape, the last number you say is the number you see. So if I didn't know that this was a 10, then I would count the hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. This is the number 10. And here's the number 4. If you didn't know that this was a 4, count the shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. This is the number 4. Which number is more? Which number is greater? The 10. Now what that person can do is, if you still cannot see it that way, then what you can do is find something to count. If you have blocks at home, like these little block counters, if you have something small that you can count, put it in a pile. Or what I was able to find was some pennies. Parents, if you don't mind your kid counting or using pennies to count with, this is also a way you can introduce money to your preschooler, but this is a penny. Penny is the copper color coin. So what you can do is the person who turned over the 10 counts out 10 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this person who turned over the 4 counts out 4 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then the child will be able to see, oh, 10 is more than 4. So the person who has the greater number collects the cards and will take the pennies, all of them. Now, here's where you can add another activity onto that, where the child can combine the 10 pennies that they counted and the 4 pennies that their partner counted. Add them together, because they're going to take their 10 plus this person's 4. So what you can do is you can write that out. 10 I don't know if you can see it. 10 and then the plus sign. How many did your partner have? 4. You're going to write 4. Remember, kids, we did this in school. So I have the 10 because that's how many you counted. Plus, that's the plus symbol, the add symbol, plus the 4 that your partner had. And then you're going to put equals. You remember that, the 2 lines? Equals. So you're going to start with 10 because that's how many you had. And then you're going to add the 4. So start by counting 10. Just say 10. 10, what comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14. That's the 4. 10 plus the 4 equals 14. How do we write 14? Yeah, you're right. A 1 and a 4. 1 and a 4 is 14. So now the person who had the greater number of 10 gets to take the cards and the 14 cents. So they can take the 14 cents that they counted and put it right on the piece of paper that has the 10 plus 4 equals 14. The 14 cents right on there. So now they know they have 14. And then play again. Since that person was the one who had the greater number, they go first. They turn over a 9. Their partner turns over a 4. They count out 9 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This person counts out 4 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that you will be able to see which number is greater, which number is more, the 9 or the 4. You're right. The 9. 9 is greater than 4. So the person who turned over the 9 gets to take the cards and they get to take all the pennies. The 9 pennies that they had plus the 4. Well, how many is that? How many more pennies? 9 pennies plus 4 pennies. How many pennies is that all together? Let's write it out. The 9 pennies that I counted, the plus sign, because now you're going to add how many? How many more? 4 plus 4 equals, the equal sign means all together. So 9 pennies plus the 4 pennies equals, let's count them. Well, we have 9, so let's start with 9. What number comes after 9? 10, right. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hold up 4 fingers, because that's how many more we're adding to the 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 pennies. How do we write 13? Give your brain a kiss. Yes, a 1 and a 3. 1 and a 3. That's how we write 13. 1 and a 3. So you're going to take those 13 pennies and put them on top of this number. The number 13, because that's how many pennies we counted. Then you can keep going. Play again. The next person rolls out 2 cards. I mean, you can play this game not just using pennies or the cubes. You can also use, if you have any candies like M&Ms or Skittles, you can use those and then maybe eat a couple. Let's see, you can also use, if you have like cars, like little mini cars or something small, even your crayons, you can use your crayons to count with. But money is a good way. Parents, you can introduce coins, introduce that it's money, it has value, and you can bring in the silver coins using the pennies. For every 5 pennies, you get the nickel. The nickel is worth 5. That's another way of recognizing 5. Kids are going to have to know that. So this is just another follow-up activity on understanding the words more or greater than. I hope you liked it. Till next time. Bye, kids.